The Dorian mode is the second in the progression of major modes. Even though it comes from what is the major home key, the Dorian mode is actually a minor mode, simply because it always starts on a minor chord. This is your first lesson in identifying modes. There are only 3 minor modes: the Aeolian, or natural minor, the Dorian and the Phrygian. We will learn more later on how to identify modes. You should check out the theory pages for more information on harmonic theory. The Dorian is a jazzy sounding mode, but is not exclusively used for jazz. It is, for example, a mode commonly used by Slash of Guns N' Roses. Its application in melodic rock is well documented, though as an entity in its own right, it is better known for its jazzy applications. The first few grades in the RGT examinations deal only with what we call the standard major and minor keys. As we have discussed in other pages, one defining element of the so-called standard keys is that the first, fourth, and fifth chords are of the same type. In other words, if the first chord is major, then the fourth and fifth are also major. Same goes for the minor. So obviously if the first, fourth, and fifth chords are not all of the same type, then you are dealing with another mode. The Dorian mode has a minor fifth chord, same as the basic minor, but the fourth chord is major. In fact, not only is the fourth chord major, it is also a dominant chord, when taken to its seventh extension. The position of this dominant chord can aid you in identifying the mode. If you play a progression which has a dominant chord in the fourth instead of the usual fifth, then you are playing a Dorian. All this is slightly more toward the advanced side. Though you would do well to learn and practice the first, fourth and fifth chords in all the keys, so that you can identify whether you are playing a standard mode or not. Some of the first, fourth and fifth chords are as follows. C major has C, F and G, G major has G, C and D, D major has D, G and A, and so on. Learn them well, they will prove very useful. Let's talk a little about composition. Any progression that you come up with while using the Dorian card as your first will be a Dorian progression. Try it now. Take out the mode cards and put the Dorian card down as your first. Now just pick a color and test how some of the other chords sound in conjunction with it. One of the most popular Dorian progression is a 2-5-1, so place the Dorian card, followed by the Mixolydian and Ionian. Play a few different colors with this progression, and see what you think. Remember to start your progression on a 5th string chord too. This can give it a whole new feel. Also look at the bottom of the page, and practice some of the example songs.